Here in Western Washington, it's fall, and for a lot of people, fall means hunting season. Now, what's one of the first things most people think about when they pull their rifle out of the safe for the first time in a long time? Well, for me, it's is my rifle still zeroed? It's one of those things that people talk about a lot. Rifles losing zero, cold bore shots, all that stuff. Well, I haven't shot this gun since 2021, I believe, is the last time I took it hunting. And I was just curious, what would happen if I took it out here and shot it at relatively long range? Now, this is not a long range setup, obviously. It's got a 2-to-10 optic. It's a second focal plane BDC reticle, basically. It's a Maven RS2, something like that. Yeah, RS2. It's a good scope, you know, it's got good glass. And it's set up for woods hunting. You know, most of the shots we get out here in Western Washington are well inside of 100 yards. A lot of them are inside of 100 feet. But I can't help but be curious. I like to push the limits on everything I got just because it's fun. So what would happen if I took a shot out here at, say, 420-ish yards, where that little white dot is down there? Would I be able to hit anything? It's a good question. This ammo is stuff that I loaded up. As you can see, I got it labeled, zeroed at 227 yards. This is a Barnes TTSX 165 grain. There's 308, just loaded up in some old Federal 308 brass. Nothing special. Best I ever got this rifle to shoot was about 1.25 inches. So this is not an ultra precision gun by any means. This ammunition has been sitting in my shop, not exactly climate controlled. It stays warm all winter, but not really humidity controlled. It goes anywhere from 30 to 65% relative humidity in the shop, probably. So, you know, this is by no means a hermetically sealed package, but you know, we'll see what it does. Looks like I thought it was going 2671 at 72 degrees back when I shot it. So we'll see what that does. But the main curiosity for me is just, having not shot the rifle, having not touched it for a long time, and having carted it through the woods on my last hunt, and then cleaned it and oiled it, put it away, is it still gonna shoot? I mean, why wouldn't it, really? But let's find out. One thing that's interesting that you're gonna see is I set up this gun before I got into some more of the competition style, PRS style shooting body mechanics. So I was still shooting with a bit of like bladed shoulders, you know, and I've got this scope way too far forward. I need it probably, the eyepiece, to be back about here somewhere. So you're going to see me like leaning way forward. Body position is going to be all jacked up, but we'll see what we can do. So got a target out there about 420 yards. I got the chronograph just because I'm curious. Got the phone scope set up, so we'll get a little bit of footage of the target down there. And let's just see what happens. I'm gonna take a few shots, see if I can hit it. If I can't, see if I can correct. Back when I was shooting this rifle, setting up this rifle, I was using, I believe, Street Lock is the program. And you can't get it anymore because I believe it was developed in Russia, and because of sanctions or whatever, you can't download it anymore. But I still have it on my phone. I never deleted it. I'm gonna grab some screen recordings and show you what data I had for it, and we're just gonna use that. So let's take a look. All right, so we got our Winchester M70 featherweight. This rifle, I think, weighs about 7 pounds, 6.5, 7 pounds, somewhere around there. So one really interesting feature of Strelock, if that's what it's called, I think that's what it's called, is the reticle function. The reticle function is really cool. So let's put in 420 yards. We've got a little bit of wind, 5 miles an hour. So I'm just using this program because I don't have anything else set up right now. So let's adjust our wind to right about where I'm feeling it. It's basically right at my back. Let's just go with that. And I've got no wind hold marks in this reticle. But check this out. The reticle itself is really neat. The reticle function in Strelock. So you can see it actually tells you what your holds are for that BDC. So at 396 yards, that's our first mark. 533 is our second mark down there. So we're at about 420. So we're going to actually use the BDC. I'm going to see if I can get some hits with that. Just using it as is, touch nothing, not going to check zero, nothing like that. So if we take a look at our reticle here, about 420 is going to put us just above the center of the target there with that second mark. So let's see what happens. You know, curious to see where the velocity is at too, because I didn't have this chronograph when I was actually, I don't think those chronographs existed last time I shot this rifle. But I was using an old school optical chronograph, so that's where I got that number that's on my box of ammo. So, you know, a lot of unknowns here, but the rifle was zeroed when I put it away. Should still be zeroed. Let's find out. We're recording with the scope cam back there. Gonna load her up with 5 rounds. It's got an internal magazine, no external mag on this gun at all. If I recall, it holds 5. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna double up my ears because this gun is not suppressed, obviously. You know, I don't think I would buy this gun now. I don't think I would buy a gun without a threaded barrel for a suppressor, because suppressors are just too awesome. It's really unpleasant to shoot a big bore rifle without a suppressor now. Okay, here we go. So one thing to note is that for the BDC to work properly, once you got it all dialed in, it needs to be on full magnification, or it either needs to be on full magnification, or you need to know what the different marks mean at different magnifications, because with a second focal plane reticle, they change. So I'm on full magnification. Oh, good Lord. Got a bunch of scope shadow because I'm trying to square up to the rifle. I'm just going to deal with the shadow. Okay, here we go. I heard it, but can't see it. 2627. What did this stuff say? 2671. So that's going a fair bit slower. So I can't see an impact on it. Let's go another. There we go. I see that one. So that's a 66% IPSC. The black-tailed deer around here are pretty big. Their vitals are somewhere around 10 to 12 inches. 66% IPSC is about 12 inches wide. And we're hitting right around center mass in that IPSC. So I'm not positive where that first shot went, but the second one, I believe the first shot was a hit because I heard it, but I can't see the mark. And then the second one, I can see just on the left, right about there. So that's not bad. 2638. Here's another. 2628. So I'm trending low, but that would make sense because this ammunition is going slower than what I have input into the calculator from the last time I shot it. But that did not stop us from getting hits on a 66% IPSC at 420 yards. So those last two, I started holding right about neckline. So I brought my hold up a fair bit and probably be able to see that. Let's go down and take a look at the target real quick, see if we can determine which hits were which. I'm pretty sure I know which were shots number 2 and 3, and I think 4 and 5 are up here. I'm curious to find out if I can determine which shot was number 1. That's what I'm most interested in. Whoa. No wonder I couldn't see it. Look at that. So had this been the vitals on a deer, we would have been close, which granted, with that weapon system, 420 yards is outside of the range that I would ever take a shot. Shot number 1, shot number 2, shot number 3. Noticed I was trending a little low, so I started holding neckline. Shot number 3 and 4, or 3 and 4, I'm not positive, but still, you know, fresh out of the safe, haven't shot the thing since 2021. I hiked it all around the west end of Western Washington, out in the Forks area. Was using the thing as a trekking pole, going up and down super steep draws and ravines out in the whole rainforest. The thing got drenched every day. Every day when I would come home, I would have to, or not come home, but get back to camp. I would oil it, I'd dry it off, oil it really good, run a patch through the bore. Cleaned and oiled it when I got home, put it away in the safe, haven't touched it since. And I just went 5 for 5 at 420 yards with a, not even a long range setup. It's not even a precision gun. Once you got your system dialed in, and I didn't even know what I was doing quite as well at the time, but I made sure everything was made sure everything was torqued, made sure everything had Loctite on it. I made sure that I went out and learned to the limits of my knowledge at the time what the rifle would do and wouldn't do. And when I came out here to do this experiment, I was fairly certain I was going to hit stuff. And lo and behold, 5 for 5, 420 yards with this setup. So hope you found that interesting. I sure did. I love doing experiments like this. It's kind of a confidence builder a little bit, you know. When you get something dialed in and you know how it works, you can start to really have some confidence in it. You don't have to second guess yourself so much. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Until next time, peace. Just for fun, before I run down range, I'm gonna take a poke at this 620 yard piece of steel that I got out here. I actually just hit it. Let's see if I can do it again. I did go ahead and dial for this one. Okay, we're at 620 here. Look like left shoulder. No call on that one. But that's pretty fun. Well beyond the intended use of this gun. Well beyond. But still fun nonetheless.